Oh, there we go. Okay. That was so weird. It just wasn't loading. Sorry about that, chat. Tekken just was not loading there for a second. But we've got FG BRUTILUS taking on JOESIRIUM, and we're going to load in. We're just loading in, and we're going to get into game number 1. JOESIRIUM, we saw him last week. He actually won the tournament last week, so it's going to be a good one. And it's the classic Pac-Man that we saw last week, dawning the Pac-Man year. Here we go. JOESIRIUM will start out strong with the first round. They do have the unblockable available, so we will be definitely seeing that a lot in this set. The Fahkumram way, and they're going to be able to use it really well. Hecko, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everyone to the stream. GG's to Hecko. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Welcome to Ironclad number 7. Hope you guys enjoy your stay, as we've still got a lot left of top 8 to finish. And beautiful stuff by JOESIRIUM, just clean gameplay. Who took me out of the tournament? I don't know. Who took you out of the tournament, Lothar? I don't know. Oh. Here we go. Oh, and that's a nice launcher for JOESIRIUM to get game number 1 on the board. Just good stuff by Joe. You know, we expect to see it. He's just consistency at his finest. He just does so well. We're going to see what happens as we get into game number 2 shortly. And we're going to be just staying on the map. And let's see what BRUTILUS has got. We haven't seen what either of these players are made of yet. Especially Joe, because Joe had some disgusting combos last time we saw him play. So let's see if it happens again. Good start by Joe, just playing really well. Just using these legs, these long legs, to just keep on applying damage to BRUTILUS. There goes BRUTILUS, finding an opening. Oh, very nice command grab right there. Very nice follow-up into the grab. Has got heat available. Oh, and Joe, the patience of will, the unblockable state is here. It's going to go for it. Is it going to find anything? Isn't going to be found anything. He's still got the unblockable state actually activated. He didn't go for the unblockable state, but he's going to get the round right there. Yo, the goat with the raid. The goat with the raid indeed. Beautiful stuff by both these players so far. Let's go, BRUTILUS. JOESIRIUM just playing so well, and that is a big stun. That's going to do so much damage, and Joe is just really starting to run away with this right now. BRUTILUS looking quite difficult for them to get anything in the range of JOESIRIUM, and he's now 2-0 up against BRUTILUS. Oh, and again that kick to the head, just concussing Dragunov, not being able to see where they are. And JOESIRIUM is just doing so well in this game right now. It's very nice to see by both of these competitors. I blinked and 5 rounds. You are correct. You did blink and there were 5 rounds that have been played. Oh, beautiful stuff by Joe. It's just the range. He's just consistently applying the pressure. He doesn't give BRUTILUS any room to breathe, but that's a good launcher by BRUTILUS right now. That's going to be big. Doesn't have the heat to follow up the extension, but it's going to have to do as much as possible. Oh, good patience by BRUTILUS, but isn't going to find anything. Joe does have heat to work with. Is he going to find an opening with the heat? 10 seconds remaining. Joe needs to find something. BRUTILUS is going to try and run the clock, and that's going to be big for Joe. And now BRUTILUS has to find an opening, and BRUTILUS wins on a 1% deficit. Luck be a BRUTILUS for that one. That was a close one. But they need to keep following up. They need to keep getting stuff going if they want to find anything right now. Beautiful stuff. And goes for the unblockable right there to seal the deal. And JOESIRIUM is 2-0 up against BRUTILUS. Good stuff. The Pac-Man aura is real. And what can BRUTILUS do? He's seen what Joe is made of. He needs to try and capitalize. I think it's just like the pressure is it feels snowbally, especially for the way that Joe's been playing. It seems incredibly snowbally. It just feels like it goes from like one snowball to an avalanche, and it just becomes so difficult to deal with. But, you know, Joe's playing so well this set, and it's to be expected. He did win last week. Lovely sidestep, though, by BRUTILUS to start things off. And are you going to get the first round of game number 3? Going to find out in just a second. Joe has got the unblockable active if he wants to try and go for it. He kicks. Needs to be blocking these lows. I think we're not seeing enough low blockage. Nice low profile of the punches. BRUTILUS is going to find round number 1. Oh, you start to make a comeback. Let's see what BRUTILUS is made of. Oh, very good sidestep by BRUTILUS. This is going to be big. And a heat. And this is where the game is going to be a third. I think he was trying to go for a command right there. Is he going to find it? Going to go for the heat engager. Nice hop kick. Just applying so much pressure. And this is what he needed to do. Just that pressure needs to be applied. Nice sweep by JOESIRIUM and BRUTILUS. Now 2-0 up against JOESIRIUM in game number 3 and might be able to take it to a game number 4. Nice low profile of the kick, being able to do a lot. As now he's starting to figure out stuff. BRUTILUS is starting to figure out a lot of stuff about Fahkumram, just managing to counteract it very nicely. And just playing really well. That momentum game but that BRUTILUS is starting to gain has been lovely. Oh. And unblockable has been utilized, and he's just playing so well. Big damage. Has got heat to work with as well. Oh, nice grab by BRUTILUS. Here we go. Just trying to do as much damage while he's on the ground as well. Oh, that's a big heat engager. BRUTILUS is 1 round away from going to a game number 4, and he's going to find it. And the amount of low profile, the low profiles were the big thing in that game. We just got to see it a lot of the time. A lot of low profiles were coming out where it just was helping the situation. And JOESIRIUM, I think he kind of wants a different stage now. He wants to change it up. And we're going to see what this different stage is going to be capable of going into this next one. But it's now 2-1 to JOESIRIUM. But BRUTILUS has started to come back. But I think JOESIRIUM wanted to get a stage change and get something going for the next one. I think he's wanting to find a stage where it's a lot more compact. So maybe a Midnight Siege, maybe something a Rebel Hangar that can work. Rebel Hangar has some good wall bounces. They're like probably not the stage they were wanting, but it is the stage they're gonna get. You know, I think a Midnight Siege or maybe a Siege Side Resort might have been better for Joe if he wanted the stage were a bit more smaller. If he wanted a bit more of a smaller stage, but he's gonna have to work for Rebel Hangar for this next one. But it's a lot smaller though than the Colosseum, and I think that was the thing that he was wanting, right? He didn't want Yakushiba, and he didn't want the Colosseum. They are quite wide stages, and he probably didn't want to have to deal with that, which makes sense. But JOESIRIUM in loses 8's last round for taking it, and we're going to see what he's capable of with the skin change as well. And we are going to start off very fast, and we're going to actually see the Rage Art coming out, and I believe this should do a lot of damage, and it's going to kill. That Rage is actually sick. Chat is on the side of Joe. Any BRUTILUS love in the chat? We're going to have to see if it is a one-sided favour for Joe in this for the chat situation. But just once again applying pressure. And we're already seeing it, like, even though he's not getting him in the walls, you know, the mental stack from BRUTILUS now is the fact that now he's going to have to think about the fact that if he's close to a wall, JOESIRIUM could do so much with the unblockable. But his low profiles that BRUTILUS has been finding have been so good. Oh, that's a big knee straight to the face. Concussion for a day. And here comes the unblockable, and they're not going to go for it, but they're getting closer and closer to that wall. But he is in that heat stage. And he's going to go for it again. I think this one is going to be the one that we wanted to see. And Joe, very nicely done. And it's just more compact and 1 round away from Joe taking over BRUTILUS. Can BRUTILUS bring it back and take this to a game 5? We're going to find out in just a second. Joe is just playing so well. Very nice. Nice uppercut. Got the stance active, so we might be seeing it in a second. Good pressure being applied by both these players. We are going to see the Rage Dog, the heat coming out. We're going to see the armor break come out from JOESIRIUM as well. And JOESIRIUM with the sweep. Very nicely done. is going to be taking it 3-1 over BRUTILUS. Sending BRUTILUS out of the tournament, but give it up for BRUTILUS as JOESIRIUM will now be moving on to losers 6. Really nicely done. Just a dominant force, JOESIRIUM. It just shows once again what they're made of. And it just shows why they are a force to be reckoned with.